When you say my train, me share juma, my train 3 years, me nye juma. To buy I'll say. Now, Mr. Min can't say, I say, a juma will be yano. I catch you best a better cashier, and you anyway you account. I'm telling you, hey, listen, I don't hold it against Sarah. I don't. Because she's waited for 24 years. Many times, Sarah's husband will go and encounter God. Listen, Sarah knows that my husband talks to God direct. And many times God has told my husband, this is what will happen. And it's not happening. And you have come. God never showed up dirty. And you have come. My husband has given you water to wash your feet. That's what the Shunammite woman said. He said, when Elijah asked that, what is it that you don't have? Elisha, thank you. What is it that you don't have? And then he said, Gehazi, he said, oh, Master, this woman, she doesn't have children. He said, bring her a year by this time. And then the woman said, stop, don't do that. Man, yes, sir. Me, Edianina Mima Wedinu. If you ma kumem, who the dinner call. Don't see, man of God, I'm not doing this so that you give me something. So don't feel like you owe me. You don't owe me. He said, don't do that. Don't do that. But you see, all the times that God said to Abraham that I will make you a father, God never told him when. But that was the first time God said to him, a year by this time. Check the Bible very well. From Genesis chapter 12. God never committed and said, in 2 years. So that 2 years came and God defaulted or whatever you say. He just said, I'll make you a father. So I'm easy woman say, Wendy, I'm telling you. But no, I catch you. It will happen tomorrow. Who was it? Who prophesied and said tomorrow by this time there will be Elijah? He said tomorrow by this time there will be abundance. And the man could not accept it. He could not, thank you. He could not. Because you know what? I'm telling you, let's even take Ghana. See, I'm telling you. Remember, I think what Nyamianka said, Jane, what we do was, and look at this when we say Nyaminie. Nyamima on the backside, crab heading. Say, Ochina, answer Ochina, because I am a fee, you became young cock. Then soon you must say, Ghana. Hey. And can you 22 days of fasting? And can you hear me declare we say Ochina you're fasting? And can you see how we may declare fast Ochina? It is ambassador who say wo now you Ghana. You see, when Elijah went to the top of the mountain, child of God, Elijah was not there to ask. Elijah wasn't there to seek. Elijah was knocking. Elijah was knocking the clouds because he knew that there was rain. So he was knocking at the door of the atmosphere to open. Because he knows when it opens, what will come out will be rain. So Elijah stayed there 7 times. He stayed there. He said, go and check what is happening. He said, boss, there is nothing. Have I told you that story before? I used to have an auntie. Jamal grew up with one of my aunties who is in the US now. And one day, the TV was messing up. So my auntie said, you know what? I'm going to go up to the top of the roof to adjust the antenna. Jamal, you be inside. And then tell me if it is working. So my auntie goes up. He turns it a little. Say, Jamal, are you here? Jamal is inside though. And Jamal says, Ma, Debbie. Okay. Jamal, are you here? Ma, Debbie. Oh, shit. Ma, me patcho me tina ha enye ye. Jamal, are you here? Mama, patcho send ye tia na. All my auntie did, come down from the roof, straight to Jamal. Kill! Then he went back. Jamal, are you here? Man, patcho, and listen, see, I'm trying to help you see something. This is not a fairy tale. That's him sitting there. Last time my auntie was in Ghana, was it last year or last? And I asked my auntie, why did she do that? She said, no, Jamal is not telling us this. She said, when she came, anytime she said Jamal, Jamal was distracted doing something else. And Jamal also said, no, he was watching. But watch this. Just about 3 times, my auntie was frustrated, came down and hit him. By the 4th time, it worked, even though it hadn't worked. So I was in the house one day, and then a man came to the house in Burma camp. He's a soldier. Now, I also stayed with another auntie of ours, right? She came to stay in our house. And then this man comes, our TV is not really working. By then, we had gotten the story of Jamal already. This TV is not working properly. And when he came, I'm just going to leave out some things so you don't feel offended or make it look offensive. This man comes, he says, I don't know TV. I said, oh, Pacho, wait, no. This is not good. It has to be clear. No, sir, it was me and my big sister. I said, oh, your friend Efo Glyph. I said, Efo Glyph, please. It's okay, we like it like that. I said, no. Listen, and those days, you have the room divider. And because the room divider, it is just one room. And then you have the room divider and use a curtain. So the bed is here and then the hall is here. Barracks house, that's how it was. Okay, so the room divider is there. And there is a thick curtain so that you cannot see through when you are a visitor. And then now, so there's space there between the curtain and the room divider. That's where Efo Glyph goes to adjust the antenna, because that's where the antenna is behind the TV. We said it's okay. He said no. I'll be honest with you, I got angry. I said okay. So when he entered there and he started, I looked at my sister and I said, Bacho Debbie, listen, as for me, I said, hey, I'll reenact what Jamal did to my auntie. I will reenact it. So Debbie, Sisi Akrabia say your Efo Glyph. Hey, after about 5 or 10 minutes of being in that heat, he came and said, hey, my auntie's name was Della. My auntie's name is Della. When he came out of that heat, he was sweating. And he said, oh, Efo Glyph, and hey, Della, I can't tell you something I'm saying. Then he left. So, because you see, my auntie too, when she also comes and she sees it, we will take fire. The moment she entered, I reported. But you see, my point I'm trying to make is this. Human beings, we don't have that patience. We don't have that time. So for Elijah to stay there 7 times. How long have you stayed? See, child of God, Elijah knew that rain was in the air. See, some of you, you know that you have gotten to a point of breakthrough. Debbie. But you can feel it in your bones. But you just don't know why it's not appearing. Maybe you have to go again. Maybe you have to knock harder. Elijah stayed there knocking. Elijah stayed. Listen, this one, do you know why I know Elijah was not requesting? Because God had already told him. See, when you know that in this room there is some money for you, you don't ask that, is this really the room where the money is? And you are standing outside, you keep knocking until somebody opens and tell them that my name is Faisal. I know I hear there is a check here for me. That is what you do. You don't say, hey, say that way, say bibi wo mami amon fa mami o. You don't do that. You don't go requesting and you don't inquire. You don't say, is it true that there's something in this room for me? You don't do that. You don't now also go seeking and say, which room has the money? Which room has the money? That is seeking. You don't do that. You know it is here. You enter or you knock. You must knock until somebody inside opens. We don't like knocking. We are good at asking. Where the asking part, request. Occasionally we'll inquire. We don't, as for seeking there. Tonight, I don't know whether you are supposed to be knocking on a door. I don't know whether you're supposed to be seeking something. I don't know what it is. What have you been doing? Have you been asking? Have you been seeking? Have you been knocking? I can assure you that every one of us in this room, we are doing one or the other. But Jesus says, don't only ask. He said, seek. Don't only seek. He says, knock. So Jesus is saying, ask, which is ask, seek, and knock. Tonight, I'm going to ask you to go into prayer. And I'm going to ask you to begin to talk to God. Let's start from there. I don't know what it is that you are dealing with. What is it, or what it is that confuses you? But until you begin to put yourself in a place where you say, my story has to change. I am not going to give up because I know there is something in there for me. Peter didn't have to go seeking. He knew where to find the money. He knew where to find the money. Some of you, you've got to seek. Let Jesus show you where to find the money. It always sounds like too good to be true. Listen, I believe with all my heart that today, Jesus still shows people where to find money. He still shows people where to find that thing that they are looking for. I believe with all my heart that he still does that today. But we haven't been hungry enough. I don't know about you, but I can imagine, and God is my witness, I can imagine getting angry already and frustrated when I ask my servant to go and check. He comes back to tell me the same story. You get discouraged. Because sometimes after midnight cry, some of the prayers we pray, you are setting in your spirit that today when I move out, it will work. You move out and nothing. But Elijah says, go again. He says, when you are certain that it will work this time and it doesn't work, Elijah didn't say give up. He says go again. Jesus says keep asking, keep seeking, keep knocking. This evening, wherever you are, or tonight, wherever you are seated, I just want you to quietly, just if you can afford it, just close your eyes. And please, you see, when you close your eyes, it's not because something is going to happen. For example, when we're in worship, when we started the worship, I realized that little things were distracting me. So that's how come when I went on my knees, I used the prayer cloth to cover to the floor. So I can't see anything around me again. And that helps me to keep my focus. What has to change in your life? I want you to begin to just think about it right now. Do you by chance have your prayer list with you? If you do, pull it out. Going again means always reminding God, always talking to God about that issue. That's going again. I just want you to begin to talk to God right now, wherever you are. Just begin to pray wherever you are seated. Prayer is not a talk show, it is a workshop. Now I'm going to ask you to do this in the next 2 minutes. I want you to take out your prayer list. If you don't have it here and you remember it, I want you to begin to talk to God right now. Wherever you are. If you want to stand up, you can stand up. If you want to sit down, it's okay. If I feel the need for you to stand up, I'll tell you. But I want you to begin to talk to God. I don't know what you heard and I don't know what you are dealing with. I don't know how things are. I don't even know what you feel like doing right now. Maybe someone says, you know, Pastor Fire, I'm tired. I'm tired. But Jesus says, keep knocking. Jesus says, keep seeking. He says, I keep asking. I want you to begin to talk to God. Child of God, wherever you are, just begin to talk to God. That situation that looks some way, talk to God about it again. Go again. Go again. Go again. Go again. And tell God, I want to see your glory. 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 How somebody's talking to God. Say, keep asking. Keep asking. Elijah kept asking. Elijah kept knocking. Elijah kept knocking. We don't know how to be tired. We only know how to keep going. We only know how to keep going. Keep going. Keep asking. Go again. You cannot be like my auntie. You cannot be like my auntie. You cannot be like Cliff. You cannot. Maybe what will help somebody is that you probably are going to say to God, God, I am honestly tired with this one, but help me. Talk to God. It's always good. There are times where I feel like I'm tired. There are times where I know I am tired. And all the enemy wants me to do is to stop asking. All he wants me to do is to stop going. But go again. Tonight, go again. Go again. Lift your voice. Lift your voice. Lift your voice and begin to pray. Lift your voice and begin to pray. Ramana katahas. Timarana makato shanahas. Lift your voice, somebody. Lift your voice, somebody. Let prayer go up. Let prayer go up. Let prayer go up. Yes. Let prayer go up. Let prayer go up. Let prayer go up. Let prayer go up. Something must give up. Let prayer go up.